We talked about two different kinds of meditation practice previously. We talked about focused attention practice, and we talked about open monitoring. So focused attention was where you have a specific object of attention, often the breath, a specific part of your experience to pay very close attention to in detail. And you just stay with that in more and more detail as much as you can, and then notice whenever you wander away. And then just notice that and come back to that specific anchor object of attention. And then there's open monitoring, and that was where you don't have any specific object of attention. You just sit into your experience and then just notice the constant flow of your conscious experience, noticing whatever arises and then passes, and then the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. From the perspective of an observer, and just sitting and noticing all of the stuff that's constantly happening, sounds, thoughts, sensations, just seeing it all happen with clarity. And so in that one, there isn't any particular object that you're paying attention to. You're just sort of watching it all unfold. And so then another kind, which is pretty different from the first two, but is a really valuable practice, is something that we can call lovingkindness practice. Also can be called compassion or metta practice. It's a Buddhist term. But this one is different in that you're going into your meditative posture and positioning, but then you're specifically cultivating certain sorts of feelings or intentions. And in particular, you're cultivating feelings of care and wishing for happiness and health and safety for yourself, and then systematically for other figures in your life. And so this can seem kind of corny and contrived, but it actually can be a really beautiful and impactful practice on your daily life. Because deep down, we can connect with these sorts of feelings on a really deep level. Like, you really want yourself to be happy very deeply, and you really want the others in your life that you care about to be happy. And then even people that you have difficulty with, on some level you can connect with the wish for them to ultimately be happy, because likely the things that are making your relationship difficult are things that are hard for them on some level, and it's manifesting in difficulties that they're having in their life. So on some level you can wish for happiness and contentment and relief of suffering for everyone. And the person that may really need it in your experience is yourself. To be able to care for yourself and forgive yourself is a really valuable and impactful thing if you can connect with the genuine feeling behind it. And so a lot of these meditative practices, you'll have particular phrases that you'll say in your mind, like, may you be safe, may you be healthy, may you be happy, may you live with ease. And you might just repeat those phrases again and again and again, and you could start by pointing those to yourself for a few minutes, and then you might switch to someone that has been a really positive influence in your life, and so it'd be really easy to send these sorts of feelings to them. And then you could switch to someone that really might need your help, that might be struggling, but who you care for. And then you might switch to someone who is a neutral person in your life, so someone you might see from time to time but you don't really have any particular relationship with. Maybe someone at the grocery store, or someone you see on the street or where you work. And then a really important one is switching to someone that you have difficulty with, that this might actually be a really challenging thing to send that person wishes to be happy, healthy, safe, living with ease. And that's an important one to sit with and to understand what your experience is like, what kind of reaction you're having, what kind of bodily tension might be coming up. And then you might be able to connect even deeper with what that might be related to from your past. And then ultimately you can switch to sending those feelings and intentions to all beings everywhere, humans, animals, trees, the world, and everything. And you can find these meditative practices on lots of different apps. Just search for lovingkindness, metta, M-E-T-T-A, compassion, and likely it'll take you through similar steps like that. But the important thing is for the phrases to be meaningful to you, so to not feel so contrived, and for you to be able to really connect with the genuine feeling behind them, because ultimately we can all really connect with that wish for ourselves, to feel those ways. So give that a try and integrate that into your meditative practice. You've got the focused attention as sort of your foundation to create some mental clarity. And then when you have that base, open monitoring, you can just witness your experience that's unfolding. And then this is a nice addition to have something where you're specifically cultivating feelings